All right, welcome. Happy Thursday. Today we're going to work on a lot of the concept of internal and external rotation of our arms. When I first started practicing yoga, particularly in downward facing dog, the teachers would talk about externally rotating your arm bones. And nobody explained it to me. It didn't make a lot of sense. So today we're exploring a lot of this concept. Most of the time in yoga, we use what's called an external rotation of your arm bones. There's an occasional time, one in particular, we'll get to that, where you use a lot of internal rotation. So we're going to play with that concept of internal and external rotation of the arm bones. And towards the end of class, we're going to work on Flamingo Pose, which is a balancing posture and calls into it this concept of internally rotating our arms. So we're going to start in Shavasana, start flat on your back. We'll start with just a mini version of Shavasana, which is always a good way to start. Get comfortable, settle in. We'll start here with just a few deep breaths, letting our bodies relax into the space. Giving ourselves the opportunity to decide what our goal is for tonight, what our goal is for our practice, why we are here. Our thought for class today is by a psychologist named Ashley Warner. Beneath every behavior is a feeling, and beneath every feeling is a need. And when we meet that need, rather than focus on the behavior, we begin to deal with the cause, not the symptom. So if you find yourself bumping up against a feeling tonight in class, stop and kind of evaluate, okay, beneath this feeling is a need. What is this need that I'm looking for right now? Just maybe send a little more thought into what it is that you're feeling, whether it's frustration or a need to do it right, what it is that you're feeling tonight in class, and see if maybe you can just visit that for a moment, thinking about maybe what the need is beneath that feeling. A few more breaths here in Shavasana. From Shavasana, right where you're at, if your palms aren't already face up, flip them over so they're face up. With your thumbs facing away from your body, palms face up, simply take your arms, flip them over so now your palms are face down and your thumbs are pointing in. This was an internal rotation of your arm bones. So if you flip your palms face up, thumbs point away, now we've rotated our arms externally. And this tiny movement is just rotating those upper arm bones. This tiny movement is also the reason they have the anatomical position in anatomy, because they have to decipher before they start pointing out which part of the body they're referring to, precisely the position of the lower arm bones as those rotate around in that position. So today we're going to start with our arms externally rotated, thumbs pointing out in our traditional Shavasana. But that's the first introduction to this concept of how the arm bones differ, rotating internally and externally. Take one more breath in and out. Draw your right knee into your chest, hugging it into your chest, giving yourself a gentle squeeze. Hug it in as tight as you can at this point. You can keep it relatively on your rib cage, or if you want to pull it off to the side a little bit so it's pulling towards your armpit, you decide. We'll get into the hips a little bit later. Roll out your ankle, both directions. And release that right leg. Switch, left leg pulls in. Draw it real close to your chest. Maybe out to the side a little bit, decide what feels good. Add that ankle roll. Both directions. Draw both knees into your chest and rock and roll forward on a curved spine from the back of your head all the way to your tailbone, just a couple times until you can come all the way up. Plant your feet on the ground. We're going to do just a little bit of seated forward fold. So extend your legs out in front of you, flex your toes. For this first moment here, flex your legs so much, activating your quads that your heels lift up off the ground. So by activating your quads, you're finding length in your hamstrings so that your heels lift and release. Now start to gently walk your hands forward. You don't have to go that deep. This doesn't have to be that difficult. We're just starting to wake up our hamstrings. With each breath in, lengthen along the entire length of your spine, reaching the crown of your head forward. And as you exhale, you can bend a little deeper into that fold. Use each breath to move deeper into the posture. Take one last breath in, one last breath out. Roll all the way up to seated. Cross over those ankles and come into your tabletop position. Hips over knees, shoulders over wrists, and I'm going to face you just for this first part so we can chat for a minute. So the easiest way to demonstrate this internal and external rotation is to have those hands planted, wrists right underneath your shoulders, and you take a look at your elbow pits, I like to call them, that spot right underneath the opposite side of your elbow, if you will. A lot of times our elbow pits are facing each other, which is pretty neutral. So start with your elbow pits facing each other. Now continue, can you twist the elbow pits back towards your knees? This is an internal rotation. The upper arm bone is rotating inward toward the midline of your body. So twisting inward. There is one particular time that we use this inward rotation, and we'll touch on that in a minute, but it's less often used. More often in yoga, we use the external rotation. So now we're going to rotate the opposite. Twist your elbow pits towards each other, then towards the front of the room, and then you really can't, I can't go much further than towards the front of the room, but the idea is that that's the direction they're now moving. The upper arm bone is rotating away from the midline of the body this way, spiraling out this way, and our elbow pits are now facing toward the front of the room. This is way more commonly used. And the thing to pay attention to here is what happens across your collarbones. As you rotate in towards the midline of your body, your collarbones start to close up and your chest can tend to collapse. As you open your collar, or if you spin your elbow pits forward and around, an external rotation, I've heard people describe it like your upper arm bone plugs into that shoulder joint. It finds that socket, everything locks together, and you open a little bit across your chest. So move through those rotations a little bit. See how it feels in your body. Just kind of paying attention to maybe you've never played with this particular motion before. Maybe you've never played with this movement. Maybe your chest and collarbone reacts. Maybe it doesn't have much. Maybe you don't feel much of a difference. We'll play with this more as we're standing. But for now, just play with this, see how this feels. Come up to kneeling high, and you can do the same thing kneeling. So generally, even in Tadasana, we stand, both thumbs pointing forward. Tadasana, technically, according to the books, is thumbs pointing out. Again, that external rotation. So you're opening up across your chest. Now close it up, internally rotate as you exhale. When I'm kneeling up higher like this, I can get a better sense of that chest collapsing as I rotate inward. And open up, inhale, externally rotate, thumbs go out. Inhale, internally rotate, thumbs come in. We'll do it once more, each side. Externally rotate, thumbs point out. And internal, thumbs point in. Come back down to your hands and knees, and we'll move through our favorite cat-cows. Maybe play here, decide. Have your elbow pits pointing toward one another. Move through a few cat-cows. Breathing in, coming into cow. Breathing out, pressing to cat. Another time in cow. And exhale, cat. Now maybe rotate those elbow pits forward towards the front of the room. I'm definitely more comfortable here. But you decide where you're at. It felt weird for me to have that elbow pit pointing in towards one another as I move through cat-cow. I think pointing forward is generally how I must do this when I'm relaxed and not thinking about it. Now continue to move through a few cat-cows on your own breath, doing whatever it is that you need to add. Shifting forward and backward, shifting side to side, rolling your rib cage around. Adding whatever motion that you need. Just a few more breaths here. Come to a neutral tabletop. Lift your knees up off the ground just the tiniest bit, just an inch or two. Hold it for a few breaths. Light your body up. You can feel this start to engage all the muscles in your body, this tiniest movement. Breath in and exhale, downward facing dog. Find your downward facing dog. This first visit here, pedal your feet out, pedal your heels, bend your knees. Take a quick stop to pay attention to how those arm bones are rotating. Can you spin your elbow pits towards the front of the room just a few more degrees? Mine feel like they're externally rotating and my elbow pits are facing toward the front of the room. I really am working on it, but when I look, they're really not that much, but it's the general shape and position that still my chest is open and it's creating space so that my chest can continue to press down through my arms. One more breath in. Breath out. Walk your feet all the way up to your hands. Step your feet outside of each hand. Maybe your toes hanging off the mat. Come down into Malasana. So as you settle in Malasana, I'm going to face you one more time here. Settle into Malasana. Breath in and breath out. Breath in and breath out. From here, send your right arm out. Pinky's pointing down at the sky, thumb pointing up. Again, if you send your thumb back behind you, again, we're working on this external rotation. So how do we internally rotate in Malasana? Point your thumb down at the ground. And this, I told you we touch on this. This internal rotation we use most often during binds. So if you were going to bind now in Malasana, go for it if you want to. Wrap that bicep in front of that shin. So this is where we've utilized that internal rotation to wrap that arm around. The left arm can extend out. You can stay right here, or same thing. Your arm comes up and you're going to find the bind behind you. Rotate your thumb down, internally rotating, and extend that arm behind to clasp and find that bind. Hang out here for just a few breaths. One more breath in and out. Come back to center. Left arm extends out, thumb pointing up for starters. Again, externally rotating. So if we're going to bind, we rotate inward, thumbs pointing down. Wrap it around your back. You can stay here, or same thing, other arm. But you have to find, again, that internal rotation to send those arms behind you to bind. That's really the most commonly used internal rotation when we do yoga is finding those binds. Otherwise, we're generally sending our chest open, our collarbones open, and externally rotating arms. Release that, come back to Malasana, come back to center, hang out here for just a moment, or you can give yourself a little slide through each side, a little shift from side to side. Let your fingertips come down to the ground. Send your hips high, heel toe your feet in so they're hip distance apart. And let your head hang heavy. Knees can be bent if that feels better in this first forward fold. Clasp opposite elbows, sway from side to side. Drop your fingertips down to the earth and roll all the way up to standing, one vertebrae at a time. Send your arms up and overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Now let your hands come all the way down alongside your body. We're going to be really deliberate about this today. Rotate your thumbs out, palms facing forward. Inhale, sending your arms up alongside your body. Maybe you're somebody who usually goes forward. Just for today, try it. Send your arms up alongside your body till your hands meet up at the top. Breath in, exhale, bow forward to your forward fold. Inhale to a half lift, hands on shins, flatten your back. Stay here for a breath out. One more breath in. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up to standing, roll up, send your arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. Let them fall all the way alongside your body. Palms face forward, thumbs point out. Inhale, up alongside your body. Hands meet at the top. Exhale, bow forward all the way down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, roll up. Arms float up, gaze goes up. Exhale, hands to heart. Adding in these different cues today, just to kind of pay attention to how it feels in your body, how it feels next to what you usually do. And sometimes we become creatures of habit moving through these sun salutations without thinking so much about them. So just introducing some different ideas. Again, hands fall down alongside your body, palms forward, thumbs pointing out. Inhale, arms up and alongside your body. Palms meet at the top. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, roll up. Arms up, gaze up. Exhale, hands to heart. Doing a full sun salutation this time. Arms alongside your body, thumbs point out. Inhale up. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands. Step your right foot back. Step your left foot back. Find high plank. Breath in. Breath out. Knees come down. Lower your chest all the way down to the ground. Inhale, forward. Forehead comes up, baby cobra. Exhale, forehead down. Inhale again. Forehead comes up, baby cobra. Exhale down. One more time. Inhale, forward. Forehead up. Exhale, back down. Press back to tabletop position. Tuck your toes. Find downward facing dog. We'll stay here for about 3 breaths. Inhale, look to your hands. Exhale, walk, step, float all the way up to the top of your mat. Breathe in, halfway lift. Breathe out, forward fold. Breathe in, roll all the way up. Arms float up. Exhale, hands to heart. Let your hands fall down alongside your body, palms face forward. Inhale up. Exhale, bow forward. Breathe in, half lift. Breathe out, plant your hands, step back to high plank, lower down all the way to your belly. One big exhale. Inhale, your forehead comes up, cobra. Exhale, forehead down. Press back to tabletop. Tuck your toes, downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. Inhale, look at your hand. Exhale, tiptoe step all the way up to the top of your mat. Breathe in, half lift. Breathe out, forward fold. Breathe in, roll up, gaze up. Exhale, hands to heart. Hands down alongside your body, palms forward. Inhale up. Let your palms meet at the top. Exhale, bow forward. Breathe in, half lift. Breathe out. Plant your hands, step back, lower down. This time you choose halfway or all the way. Inhale to your back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Still 3 breaths. Inhale, look to your hand. Exhale, walker step all the way up to your hands. Breathe in, halfway lift. Breathe out, forward fold. Breathe in, roll up, gaze up. Exhale, hands to heart. We're gonna do one more on your own breath. I won't say much. Hands down alongside your body, thumbs out. Inhale. Pause and down dog for 3 breaths. And we'll meet at the top of your mat when you're ready. Pause here, close your eyes down for a few breaths. Last breath in, and last breath out. Let your hands come down alongside your body, same concept, thumbs rotating out, palms pointing forward. Inhale your arms up and overhead, palms meet, clasp your fingers, leaving your index finger exposed. Moji calls this a peaceful yogi gun. So make your peaceful yogi gun. Step your left foot behind you, maybe off your mat, both legs straight, ball of left foot lands, lean over to the right. Lean, 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 finding that long stretch from your left pinky all the way down the left side body to your left hip flexor. Breath in and breath out. One more breath in. Exhale, bring your weight into your right foot. Draw your left knee into your chest as high as you can bring it. Foot can be flexed or pointed, you choose. Maybe even past the 90 degree. Bring it in nice and high, stretching your yogi gun towards the ceiling. One breath in and breath out. Send that left leg behind you. Coming into warrior 3. Now you can keep these arms overhead with the peaceful yogi gun. It's extra challenging. Your other option, let your fingertips come down to the floor to blocks. But today, if you're not already, have those palms facing toward one another. Maybe usually when you come into warrior 3, for me, my palms are usually facing the back of the room. So send your palms so they're facing together, just changing that rotation a little bit. Breath in and breath out. One more breath in. Breathe out as you bend your standing leg, slowly, slowly, slowly lowering to the earth. Set your left foot down behind you, the ball of the foot lands. Again, have your hands planted so that either your fingers are facing out or your fingertips are on the ground. The palms facing one another. Take a big breath in. As you breathe out, plant your left hand on the mat with your fingers pointing out to the side. Reach your right arm up, open arm twist. Just a tiny difference with our fingers pointing a different direction than they might usually. Hold here. Keep your left quad activated, your glute activated, pressing into the ball of the left foot. Breath in. Breath out, drop the left knee down to the earth. Reach back with the right hand back towards the back of the room. Gazing back at that thumb, back that direction at least. Breath in, breath out. Send that right fingertips back towards your mat. Your left fingertips can now pick up, fingers point forward like usual. Walk your fingertips back, 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 back. Keep your right leg, your heel on the mat. Send your weight all the way back over your left ball of your foot. So your left thigh is parallel to the mat. Your weight's balanced on your heel. You're on the ball of your left foot. Your right leg is straight and extended. You can stay here just like this, fingertips on the mat, or you can reach that left hand around to the outside, the pinky edge of your right foot. Holding here for just a moment. Breath in and breath out. Release your hands. From here, start to shift back forward, sending the weight. This time, don't let your left knee drop down. Send the weight into your right foot. Using your hands, start to lift up into crescent. From this stance, my crescent is a little short, so I'm going to wiggle my foot forward a little bit, find my comfortable crescent. Draw back on your right hip crease, forward on your left hip crease. Breath in and out. Breath in and exhale, warrior two. Take a second here, get settled, adjust your stance if you need to. One more breath in, one more breath out, and we're gonna play with that arm rotation again. Now we're externally rotating our arms as we straighten our front leg, so it looks like this. We've done this a million times before, but now you know what the arm rotation is called. Now we're gonna internally rotate our arms and sink back down. Internally rotate, back down. Twice more. Inhale up. Exhale, palms down. Inhale, flip your palms up. Exhale, palms down. Stay here for one more breath in. As you breathe out, start to send your right toes inward a little bit. Hands come to heart, sinking right down into Malasana. From here, this first time through, you can press your knee open. If you'd like fingertips to the mat, you choose. We'll explore that bind a little bit later. Breath in, breath out. Last breath in. Let your fingertips come down to the mat. Walk over that front leg back to that low lunge. Step back to your high plank. Move through your vinyasa all the way to downward facing dog. Take a breath in and a breath out. Look to your hands. Exhale, walk to those hands. Breathe in, halfway lift. Breathe out, forward fold. Breathe in, roll up. And exhale, hands to heart. We'll do the other side. Let your hands come down alongside your body again, palms facing forward, thumbs facing out. Inhale, arms up. Make that peaceful yogi gun. Step your right foot off your mat, land on the ball of your right foot, lean to the left. One more breath in. One more breath out. Okay, one last breath in. As you exhale, press your weight into your left foot. Draw your right knee into your chest as high as you can bring it. Squeezing it in. Breath in. Breath out. Breath in. And exhale. Send your right foot back behind you. Coming into warrior three. Maybe you keep that peaceful yogi gun, or hands can come down to the blocks or floor, or floating, palms facing each other tonight. Breath in Exhale, bend that standing leg slowly, slowly, slowly. Come down. Let your fingertips touch. Right ball of foot lands into the slow lunge. Plant your right hand, but your fingertips are pointing out to the right tonight. Reach your left arm up, twisting. Breath in. Breath out. Drop your back knee. Send your fingertips back. Gaze back at that hand. One more breath in. Breath out. Let your fingertips come back to frame your front foot. Come up onto both fingertips. Slide your weight back. Send your hips all the way back over that heel. Drag that left foot back with you a little bit. Your right thigh is now parallel to the earth. You can stay just like this, or take your right hand to the pinky side edge of your left foot. Find a little bit of a twist here. Really getting into that hamstring. Breathe in. Exhale, release your hand, fingertips come down. Don't drop your right knee. Walk your hands forward, shift your weight into your left foot, up into crescent. Adjust your stance if you need a little bit. Breath in. Breath out. Breath in. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Breathe in. Breathe out. This time, flip your palms. Inhale, straighten your front leg. Breath in. Breath out, internal rotation. Breath in, straighten and lift. Breath out. One more time. Breath in. And breath out. Stay for one last breath in. Breath out. Let your left toes turn in slightly. Sink down into Malasana. One more breath in. Breath out. Walk your fingertips over that left foot. Plant your hands nice and strong. Step your left foot back to meet your right, high plank. Move through your vinyasa. Come all the way to downward facing dog. In downward dog, we'll take a breath in and a breath out. Inhale, look up to your hand. Exhale, walk up to those hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Roll up to standing. Let your arms float up. Exhale, hands to heart. Close your eyes down for just a quick second. We'll do that again, twice more through, adding a few little options and moving more quickly. One breath with one motion most of the time. Inhale. As you exhale, let your hands fall down alongside your body, palms pointing towards the front of the room. Inhale, arms up, peaceful yogi gun. Left foot steps behind, lean to the right. Inhale. Exhale, stand on your right foot, draw your left knee in. Stay for one breath in. Exhale, press that left foot back, warrior three. Breathe in. Breathe out, bend your standing leg. Ball of left foot lands. Plant your left hand, fingers pointing out to the left. Right arm reaches up. Breath in. Breath out, drop your back knee. This time, bend your back knee and maybe you grab your back foot with your right hand, gazing back over your shoulder. Breath in. Breath out, release your foot if you have that grasp. Fingers can point towards the front of the room. Plant the ball of your left foot, slide your weight back, balancing on the ball of that foot. Left hand to pinky edge of right foot, fold over here for a breath in and a breath out. Walk your fingers forward, weight into your right foot, lift up, high crescent, inhale. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, straighten it up. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale up. Exhale, warrior two. One more, inhale up. Exhale, warrior two. Stay for a breath in. Exhale, right toes turn in. Sink down over that right leg. Skandasana, pardon me. Breath in. We're gonna stay here for a few breaths. This time, take your right fingertips out towards the side and again, start to internally rotate that arm. If you're ready to take that half bind, go for it. Otherwise, just play with the idea. Notice how you prepare for that bind, rotating that arm in, sending that elbow pit back towards the inside back heel. Breath in, breath out, rotate over that standing or that front leg, step back to your high plank, lower down, move through your vinyasa. Pause here for 3 breaths. Inhale, look at your hand. Exhale, walk, step, float all the way up to meet your hands. Breathe in, halfway lift. Breathe out, forward fold. Breathe in, roll up. Arms float up. Exhale, hands to heart. 1 breath in. Breath out, send your hands alongside your body, palms facing forward, thumbs pointing out. Inhale, arms reach up to the side. Hands clasp, peaceful yoga again. Right foot steps back, breath in. Breath out, draw your right knee into your chest. Exhale, kick your right foot back. Warrior 3. Breath in. Exhale as you bend your standing leg. Let the ball of your right foot land. Hands come down to the ground. Right hand plants, fingers to the side. Left arm reaches up. Breath in. Breath out. Back knee drops. You can reach back and grab that foot. Inhale. Exhale, release that foot if you got it. Fingers both point forward now. Send your weight back, 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 back. Slide it right over that back heel. Right hand grabs the outside of your left foot. Breath in. Breath out. Breath in. Breath out. Let your fingertips plant. Weight shifts forward. Plant that left foot. Press all the way up. High crescent. Breath in. Breath out, warrior 2. Inhale, arms straight. Exhale, palms down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Stay for a breath in. Breath out takes you down into Skandasana. This time your left hand plants, maybe your fingertips plant at the corner of your mat. Start to rotate that elbow pit in so you can feel that rotation happening in preparation for the bind. Breath in, breath out. Walk your hands over your front leg. Step back to high plank, move through your vinyasa, or just come to downward facing dog, and we'll go from there. Inhale, look at your hand. Exhale, walk or step all the way forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, roll up to standing. Arms float up. Exhale, hands to heart. Close your eyes down here for just a moment. Breath in. One last time through. A few little things to add. Let your hands fall down alongside your body, thumbs pointing out. Here we go. Inhale, arms up and overhead. Hands clasped. Yogi gun, left foot steps back. Take a big breath in, lean to the right. Exhale, draw your left knee into your chest. High, high, high. Exhale, lean forward. Warrior 3. Maybe you keep the yogi gun this time. Breath in. Breath out, bend your standing leg, left toes plant. Let your left hand plant, thumbs pointing, fingers pointing out, right arm reaches up. Exhale, back knee drops. Grab that back foot maybe, take a breath in. Breath out, release that leg. Walk your fingertips back, send your weight back over that heel. Left hand reaches back to the outside edge of your foot. Maybe your right hand can cross and catch the inside edge of that foot. Breath in, breath out. Maybe this time you don't use your hands as you shift your weight forward into that right leg up to high crescent. Breath in, breath out, warrior two. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, palms down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, palms down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, palms down. One more breath in. Breath out, hands to heart, come down into Skandasana. This time moving through the whole bind. So your right arm sends out in front of you. Internally rotate that arm. Now it's ready to wrap around you. Send your left arm up. Again, that internal rotation happens, drops behind you. Gaze up and over that shoulder. If your fingertips don't meet behind you, it's fine. Grab your shirt, grab a towel, grab a strap. That's what all of our props are for. Take a breath in and take a breath out. Release that. Spin your weight over that front leg. Step your right foot back to meet your left and move through your vinyasa all the way to down dog. Pausing here for 3 breaths. Inhale, look at your hand. Exhale, make your way all the way up to those hands. Breathe in, halfway left. Let it all go, forward fold. Inhale up. Exhale, hands to heart. Take 1 breath in here. Last side through. Exhale, hands alongside your body, thumbs point out. Step your first. Inhale, arms up. Clasp those hands, peaceful yogi gun. Now step your right foot behind you. Lean to the left. Breathe in. And breathe out. Draw your right knee into your chest. And exhale, push your right foot back behind you, coming into warrior 3. Maybe you keep your gun. Breath in, breath out. Bend your standing leg. Plant the ball of your back foot. Plant your right hand down on the ground, fingertips pointing out, left arm up. Breath in, breath out. Knee plants. Reach back, grab that leg. Gaze over that back shoulder. Breath in. Breath out, release your leg, fingertips plant, walk, walk, walk back. Send your weight back over the ball of that foot. Start with your right hand, reaching to the pinky edge. Maybe this time your left hand can clasp the opposite side. Breath in, breath out. Try it with no hands. Shift your weight into your front leg, coming up into high crescent. Breath in, exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, flip your palms. And up. Exhale, flip your palms back down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Stay for a breath in. Breath out, hands to heart. Sink down into Malasana. Option here, left fingertips plant. Internally rotate that bicep. Send your arm back behind you. Right arm goes up. Internally rotate that upper arm bone. Right hand reaches around. Breath in. Breath out. Release those hands. Spin. Walk over to your front leg. Step back to high plank. Lower down. Continue to move all the way through your vinyasa. Your favorite way, all the way to downward facing dog. Take a breath in and out. We'll stay here for another breath or 2. Inhale, look to your hand. Exhale, tiptoe, walk forward. Breathe in, half lift. Breathe out, forward fold. Breathe in, roll up. Arms up, gaze up. Exhale, hands to heart. I'm gonna throw in something I don't usually do at this point of class, but it's been on my mind. We're gonna do some sun salutation Bs right now before we take a little bit of a rest and move on. So toes together, heels slightly apart. We're moving into chair. Inhale, sweep your fingertips, come into chair. Just like we do our sequence, the first time through will be slow and a little steady, and then we'll speed things up, one breath to one motion. One more breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, make your way all the way to downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg up. Exhale, shoulders over wrists, knee to nose. Step your right foot through your hands. Dial your back heel down. Inhale, chest up, warrior one. Breath in, breath out. Plant your hands around your right foot. Step back to high plank, lower down. Move all the way to down dog. Inhale your left leg up. Exhale, knee to nose, shift forward. Plant your left hand, left foot. Dial your back heel down. Inhale, chest up, warrior one. Breath in, breath out. Plant your hands. Step back, lower down. Move through your vinyasa. Breathe in, look at your hands. Breathe out, walk, step, or float all the way up to your hands. Listen up, inhale, chair. Breath in, exhale, stand up. Hands to heart. Ready? Twice more through, more quickly this time. Inhale, chair. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, lower down. Move through your back bend. Come to downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, knee to nose, step right foot through. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, right back down. Right foot back, lower down. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, knee to nose, step through. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, right back down. Step left foot back to high plank, lower down. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, look to your hands. Exhale, travel to your hands. Inhale, chair. Exhale, stand up, hands to heart. One more time. Inhale, chair. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant your hands. Step back, lower down. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, knee to nose, step through. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, plant your hands. Right foot steps back, lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, knee to nose, step through. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, right back down. Step back, high plank, lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, look to your hands. Exhale, travel to your hands. Inhale, chair. Exhale, stand. Breathe here. Take a breath in. Breathe out. Come all the way down to seated. We'll take a few moments here to rest and breathe and regather our thoughts. You can stay in seated, or you can come all the way down onto your back, child's pose. You decide where you would like to take it from here, what you need. I'll share our thought today. Beneath every behavior is a feeling, and beneath every feeling is a need. And when we meet that need, rather than focus on the behavior, we begin to deal with the cause, not the symptom. A few more breaths before we get going. Wherever you're at, start to wake your body up. We're gonna make our way into downward facing dog. If you have a block or a prop of some kind handy, half moon pose is part of our next balancing sequence. So if that's something that you like for half moon, grab that. And when you're ready, move into downward facing dog. From downward dog, take a breath in, take a breath out. Inhale, lift your right leg up, three-legged dog. Flex, press through your heel. Feel it from your heel all the way down to your hands. Exhale, step your right foot to your right pinky. So your foot comes outside of that hand. Lift your right arm up, find this nice twist. Maybe let your right knee fall open a little bit. You can release that right hand and even press into that right knee. Maybe you drop your back knee, getting into that hip just a little bit. Release that, plant your right hand back down, lift your back knee if it's lowered. Send your right leg right back up, three-legged dog. Press through your heel, flex, press through your palms, knee to nose. This time, step your right foot right in front of your face. Inhale your chest up, crescent. One more breath in, and exhale, warrior two. Inhale, straighten your leg, moving into triangle. Reach your right arm forward, tilting so far so that you can't reach any further. Then come into triangle. Right hand planting against your ankle, a block your shin. Keeping your torso rotated towards the side of the room. Inhale and exhale. Now gaze in front of your right toe about a foot, maybe 6 inches. Bend your right leg, push off your back foot, moving into half moon pose. Grab that block if you need a little bit of support. Left hip stacked on top of right. Take one more breath in. Now we're going to move into flamingo. Are we ready? Bring your right hand down to heart. Start to close your chest, close your hip down, moving out of half moon. Draw your left foot into your thigh, placing it as high as you can over your knees. So we're kind of in this goofy tree, right? We're still bent over though. We're definitely in a little bit of a strange shape. We're not here often. Now you take your left hand down in front of you, palm facing towards the right, thumb pointed forward. Now we're going to internally rotate that arm bone. So point your thumbs. Okay, I can't look at you at the camera. Okay. Left foot comes up high. Internally rotate that arm. Now wrap that arm around your shin. Your right arm reaches back, also catches. Now you release your thigh from your leg, pointing your knee towards the front of the room. This is flamingo. So we worked on these spines, worked on the rotation of the arm, bringing the knee into the chest. And when you're done, you release, shake it out. That one's a lot on your standing leg. We'll walk through it on the other side again, a little bit more slowly, so we can give it a try. But the general idea is you're in this bent over shape. The lifted leg, foot comes into the thigh. You find a bind around that shin and then release the foot. Okay, other side. Plant your hands, downward facing dog. Lift your left leg up. Press through your heel. Feel the light up your whole body. Exhale, left foot, left pinky. Reach your left arm up just for a quick breath before you drop your back knee and let that left knee roll open. Plant your left hand, lift your back knee, send your leg right back up, three-legged dog, flex, and exhale, knee to nose, step your left foot through your hands. This time lift up your chest, high crescent. Breath in, breath out, warrior two. Breath in, breath out. Inhale, straighten your front leg. Tilt forward, coming all the way to triangle. Send your gaze down in front of your left toes about 6 inches. Bend your left leg, push off your back toe, coming into half moon. From here, moving out of half moon, start to close your chest down, close your hips down. Your right foot comes into your thigh, as high as you can get it. Then your right fingertips are reaching down, thumb towards the front of the room. Internally rotate that arm, elbow points in. The right arm wraps in front of the right shin. Left arm comes across your back. Maybe you grab and release that leg. Right knee points toward the front of the room. Into flamingo. And when you're ready, release out of that. I'm going to walk you through it one more time facing this direction in case that didn't quite translate. So you're in this bent over kind of half lifted shape coming out of half moon pose. Your right foot plants high on your left thigh. Your right hand is pointing down, thumb forward. Rotate that thumb, internally rotating the arm. Wrap the arm around the shin. Left arm comes around the low back, maybe your fingers meet, and your right leg actually releases then from your standing leg. Take a breath in and breath out. Release that. Shake out your legs. Come all the way down onto your back. Set your legs wide at the edges of your mat. Let your knees fall in toward one another. Windshield wiper those legs. Extend your left leg. Draw your right knee into your chest. Just like we started class. Quick switch, right leg extends. Left knee draws into chest. Draw both knees into your chest. Rock and roll forward and backward, maybe 3 times on a rounded spine. Come all the way up to seated. Flip right over. And we're going to come onto our belly. We're going to work at locust a little bit today. So starting in locust, we're going to start with just our arms. So your forehead's on the ground. This first time through, leave your palms face down alongside your body, thumbs pointing out. To make it difficult, your toes are together. To ease up a little, send your toes to the opposite corners of your mat. Take a breath in, take a breath out, and you're going to inhale, lift up your chest as far as you can. I like to lift my palms off the earth. Just stretch my fingertips towards the back of the room. Your feet are staying on the ground this time. Breath in, breath out. One more breath in, and exhale, lower your forehead all the way to the ground. This next time through, we're going to lift up our legs only. The same concept applied. To make it more difficult, your feet are together. To ease up a little bit, your feet are apart. So this time, forehead stays on the ground. Take a breath in.
Take a breath out, and this time lift your feet. Breath in, lift, 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 lift. My head automatically wants to lift off the ground. I'm pressing with my palms, lifting my feet as high as they can go. One more breath in, lift higher, and exhale, lower down. Place your hands right underneath your forehead. Bend your knees, send your feet towards the ceiling. Maybe give them a shake from side to side. And now we will try a few variations, lifting both our legs and our feet at the same time. So we'll still start with our arms down alongside your body, forehead down, but this time we'll lift arms and legs together. So take a breath in, take a breath out, and lift. One more breath in, breath out, lower down. Sway your hips from side to side, give them a little wiggle. This time you choose arms alongside your body, or you can airplane your arms out to the side. I'm going to do that one. And our last option will be full locust with arms extended overhead and legs lifting behind us. So I'm going to start, we're going to do 2 more. So decide what you want to do for your next 2. I'm going to do my airplane arms for this next one. So forehead down, arms out to the side, choose your legs, toes together, toes wide. Take a breath in. Take a breath out, and inhale, lift. Last breath in, lift high, and exhale right back down. Plant your hands under your forehead. Again, bend those knees, feet to the sky. Windshield wiper your feet from side to side. This helps to release your low back. One last time. You can choose any of the variations we've done already. Any one of them at all. I'm going to go with arms up and overhead. Start with your forehead down. Breath in. Breath out. Inhale, lift. We're going to stay for 5 breaths. Last breath in. And exhale, lower all the way down. Feet to the sky one last time. Sway, windshield wiper those legs. Plant your hands, press your hips all the way back to child's pose. Just finishing off the last little bit of class before we take a nice big rest today. Pick up your right hand, slide it underneath your left armpit. Right ear comes to the floor. Left arm reaching up and overhead. If you want to take it further, what do? Internally rotate your arm and wrap it around your back. This is the same as a half bind. We don't generally refer to it as a bind in child's pose, but it's the same shape, the same positioning, same arm positioning as our binds. Release that left hand back out front if you're wound up. Your right hand comes back to child's pose. Now slide your left arm under your right armpit. And your right arm internally rotates, sweeps around, plants at your low back. Breath in, unwind, extend your left arm out in front of you. One more breath in child's pose. And exhale. Without thinking too hard about it, swing around, coming onto your back. Feet extended right out in front of you. This time, draw your right knee into your chest, keeping your left leg extended. Use your left hand to draw your right knee over to the side, gazing over at your right shoulder. Keep your right shoulder planted on the ground. So maybe your left knee's floating out in space a little bit. That's okay. Draw your right knee back to center. And switch legs. Right leg extends, left knee draws in. Use your right hand to cross your left knee over your body. Again, keep your left shoulder planted. With my left shoulder planted, my knee doesn't quite make it down to the earth, but that's okay. Breath in, breath out, draw that knee back into your chest. Give yourself a big hug here. And happy baby. Draw your knees down alongside your body into your armpits. Peace sign fingers can grab your big toes or grab the outside edge of your foot or the inside edge of your foot or the back of your knee, anything at all to let gravity do its job, drawing those legs down alongside your ribs. Maybe straighten one leg at a time or both legs. And our last posture today is Apanasana. Drop both knees into your chest. Wrap your arms in front of your shins. Keep your head resting on the ground. This is a restful and restorative pose. Apanasana is said to be a cleansing pose. It allows all the toxic energy to flow out of your body, away from you. So visualize that. Visualize anything frustrating or irritating or annoying or bad energy or bad karma or bad juju, whatever resonates with you. Visualize it actually leaving you, away from you, far away. Last breath in. And exhale, set yourself up in Shavasana. Legs are wide. Arms are extended, externally rotated, your thumbs pointing away from your body. Palms facing up. Settle in and rest here for a few moments. I'll call you back to finish class.
Gently start to wake your body up, wiggling your extremities, shrugging your shoulders. Then gently roll onto your favorite side in the fetal position, getting in a nice tight little ball on your side. If this thought resonates with you, maybe carry it with you this week and pay attention to your behaviors and what they might really be speaking to. Beneath every behavior is a feeling, and beneath every feeling is a need. And when we meet that need, rather than focus on the behavior, we begin to deal with the cause, not the symptom. Gently press yourself up to seated. Keep your eyes closed or mostly closed. Draw your hands to heart center. We'll take one more breath in together. Cleansing exhale. The light in me sees and honors the light in each of you. Namaste.